increases, the energy levels are squeezed together. That means that delta is proportional to 1 over A. Neutrons over protons is n minus z. X will be small compared to x squared when we've got larger numbers. So again, we can ignore the x term, and essentially we can wrap up all the constants into a single constant. The only things we've got are a delta, which is a 1 over a term, and an x squared, which is an n minus z squared term. So essentially the correction term we're going to need here is a constant, which we'll call the symmetric constant times n minus z all squared, which is essentially this x squared term, divided by a, which is essentially the delta term. And now I'll rewrite our binding energy formula, starting over here. So the binding energy of the nucleus is equal to this volume constant times the total number of nucleons. And then we have to subtract from that the surface term. Then we have to subtract from that the Coulomb term, z into z minus 1 over a to the 1/3. And now we have to minus this symmetric term, a symmetry, n minus z all squared. You have to look at infinity over a. Now there is one final term that we need to consider, and that is what's called a pairing term. Because it turns out that if you've got two protons, they form a pair, and their binding energy is much greater than if you've got an isolated proton. Similarly for neutrons. So if you've got an even number of protons and an even number of neutrons, they can all form pairs and you get a high binding energy. If you've got an odd number of protons and an odd number of neutrons, then when they form pairs, there's always going to be one boron proton and one boron neutron left over without a partner. That actually reduces the binding energy because those isolated protons and neutrons are easier to get out of the nucleus. They're not bound by this pair, so their binding energy goes down. And basically, if you've got an even and an odd, so an even number of protons and odd number of neutrons, or the other way round, kind of evens out. So what we've got to do with this binding energy term here is to add just one or more terms to it, which I'm going to put down here. I'm just going to call it delta. It wasn't the delta we used before. This is now the representing the proton pair. And that delta is going to be simply contributed to the flux term. So if it's positive, it will increase the binding energy. So even will be positive because that increases the binding energy. Odd will be negative because that decreases the binding energy. And odd even or even odd will be 0. Okay, so when we come to delta, we'll have either a plus term for even, a minus term for odd, or 0 if it's odd or even odd. So now we can go back to the basic equation we came up with right at the beginning, where we said that the nuclear mass of an atom, which is Za, so the nuclear mass of this particular atom X, times c squared, because that converts into energy, is equal to the mass of the individual components. So it's Z times the mass of a proton, c squared, plus n times the mass of a neutron, c squared. That's the individual masses of all the protons plus the individual masses of all the neutrons, minus the binding energy. Because when you form a nucleus, you lose some of this mass. Some of this mass is taken away and is converted into energy called the binding energy. But we just calculated the mass of nuclear binding energy equals. We just calculated that because binding energy is this great long formula here. So if we were to put up with the semi-empirical mass formula. And there it is. Let's go through it again. The nuclear mass of any atom, but we're just looking at the nuclear mass, not the electrons, times c squared inverted to energy, is equal to the total number of protons times the mass of each proton times c squared, so that gives you the proton energy. The total number of neutrons multiplied by the mass of each neutron gives you the total neutron energy, minus the binding energy, which is the volume term, the surface term, the Coulomb term, the symmetric term, and the pairing term. And that is known as the semi-empirical mass formula. Empirical means that you fit things with experimental results, but you don't have very much by the way of theory behind it. Semi-empirical means you fit with experimental results, but you've got a loosely based theory. You know, this is all fairly hand-waving, but it's at least based on some kind of theory. Well, what that means is that we ought now to be able to calculate the mass energy of the nucleus of any atom. But before we do that, let's just have a look and see how that binding energy formula affects the graph. Binding energy per nucleon divided by, plotted against the nucleon number. If you take just the first term, binding energy equals a constant times A, that means that the binding energy per nucleon is a constant. You're just in a straight line. If you take the first two terms, binding energy is AB times A minus the surface term, but you divide per nucleon, what you start to get is something that looks like that. So the binding energy is still increasing with nucleon number, but it's now slightly different from just being a straight constant. If you now add this Coulomb term, then what you get is something that looks a bit like this. And if you add the symmetric term, you get a slightly declining line. And that is not dissimilar from the experimental results with iron 56 at the maximum, and a very slightly tailing away line here, and this is all at about 8 MeV, which is precisely what experimentally you observe. So by putting in those first four terms, I haven't bothered with the pairing term, but certainly by putting in those four terms, you get a binding energy per nucleon, which accords pretty much with the experimental results that I showed you earlier. Well, this is all very well, but we haven't found the values of the constants AB, AS, AC, ASIM, and delta. Well, I told you earlier that we can now measure the binding energy of the nucleus by knowing the atomic mass of hydrogen, the mass of a neutron, and the atomic mass of each element. So as long as you measure those things experimentally, you can calculate the binding energy of all the nuclei. So for all nuclei, there are up to 92 atoms, but you can have more than one nucleus. You can have a stable, you can have unstable nuclei. For all of those, you can calculate the binding energy. You know for each of those atoms what the A number is, you know what the Z number is, you know what the N number is. So essentially you can create 92 equations if you want to, one for each element. With each case A, Z and N would be known, and you can find the nuclear energy. And so you get 92 of these equations, of which everything is known apart from these 5 constants. Well, 92 equations and 5 constants, 5 unknowns. Pretty easy. You can just get the constants falling out. Problem is that those constants vary depending on precisely how you do this. So I'm just going to quote you one set of constants. If you are being taught a different set, that simply means a slightly different experimental method or a slightly different actual calculation method. But the values are not quite so important as knowing roughly what they look like. And what you find is they're all, of course, measured in energy. AV, the volume term, from my point of view, is 15.8 MeV. AF, the surface term, I should put equals there, is 18.3 MeV. The Coulomb term, very much smaller, 0.714 MeV. The symmetric term is 23.2 MeV. And then delta, which you'll remember was the pairing term, well, that turns out to be 33.5 MeV if you're talking even. It's minus 33.5 MeV, as we said, odd, because that is actually acting against the binding energy, and it's 0 if it's odd even or even odd. So now we know it all. We've got a formula for the binding energy. We know the values of the constants. So that you give me any atomic nucleus you like, with values of A, Z, and N, and I can calculate from that the binding energy of nucleus. So the question remains, why then can you not have a nucleus with any old number of protons and nucleons and have stability? After all, the nuclear forces are holding all these things together. You should be able to have any number of nucleons and any number of protons you like, put those in that formula, and derive a binding energy. What's the problem? Why can't we do that? Why are some nuclei unstable? Or why don't some nuclei exist at all? And the answer is very simple. It is nature's insistence that it always wants to occupy the lowest energy. That's essentially all there is to it. So here is our semi-empirical mass formula, which we defined earlier. And yes, in theory, you could put any number of Z's and any number of N's, and that'd be A's straight, A's, Z plus N. But any old Z's, any old N's into this formula, and you would generate the nuclear mass or the associated atom. But nature says, when you give me a certain number of nucleons, I want to occupy the lowest possible mass energy. That's the one that will be stable. In other words, for any given value of A, and I'll just remove the semi-empirical mass formula for a moment, we'll put it back. But let's say, for example, that we think A is 100. How many combinations of Z and N can we have? Well, Z plus N must equal 100. But we could have everything from Z equals 100 and N equals 0 to Z equals 0 and N equals 100. That's 101 combinations of N and Z, all of which add up to 100, because I have fixed A at 100. So let's bring back the semi-empirical mass formula. So I could fit all the different values. A would be 100 in each case, but I could put Z and N with all the values such that Z and N always equal 100, but you start with Z is 100, N equals 0, then you do Z is 99, N equals 1, and you calculate the mass energy for all those atomic nuclei. And what nature says is, I want to occupy the lowest energy that you calculate. So for all the possible values of Z, what is the value of Z that will give us the minimum value of mass energy? To find the minimum, you differentiate and set equal to 0. So you differentiate the mass energy by Z, which is going to be our variable, and set that equal to 0. So take a deep breath and let's do it. Follow closely. So hang on, here we go. We're going to take the differential of the mass with respect to Z. And then we're going to set that equal to 0. So let's do it. Our first term is ZNPC squared. Differentiate that with respect to Z, you just get NPC squared. Here we've got NMN squared. Well, N is Z dependent because N is simply A minus Z. So if you replace N by A minus Z, you get A NNC squared, which of course is not Z dependent, so that will go. But then you'll get minus Z NNC squared, and when you differentiate that with respect to Z, you're going to get minus NNC squared. And what we've got here before we move on is the difference between the proton mass energy and the neutron mass energy. That is less than 1 MeV. For these purposes we can ignore it. The difference between the two is fairly trivial in these terms, so we'll ignore that. That took care of that particular term. Now we come to the binding energy. We start with minus AV times A. That is not Z dependent because A is fixed, remember, so that gives us nothing. The second term is minus times a minus, which is plus AS, A to the 2/3. Again, not Z dependent, so that gives us nothing. Now we've got a Z dependency here. We'll start with minus, well it's minus times a minus, so it's plus AC over A to the 1/3. AC over 1 to the A to the 1/3, and then we've got a Z squared minus Z. Z squared minus Z differentiated with respect to Z gives you 2Z minus 1. Right, that's differentiating Z squared minus Z with respect to Z. And then we're going to get a minus times a minus, which is a plus, this asymmetric term. Now, N is A minus Z, and therefore N minus Z is A minus 2Z. I'll just write that down here, A minus 2Z. That is N minus Z, because N is A minus Z. So this is squared, and that's going to give us A squared minus 4AZ plus 4Z squared. That is the square of this. And now we need to differentiate that term with respect to Z. The A squared term will go, and that's going to give us minus 4A plus, differentiate 4Z squared, you get 8Z. Calculated as minus 4A plus 8Z. And then finally we've got delta. Delta is not Z dependent, so that's going to give us another 0 when we differentiate. So when you look, we've now got differential of mass with respect to Z is equal to nothing, nothing. We've got a Coulomb term, and we've got a symmetric term, and that's it. So now what we do is to set that equal to 0. What I'm effectively going to do is to jump, well here, let's set that equal to 0, there you are, set that equal to 0. Now I'm going to rewrite that equation, bringing the Z on one side and the just pure non-Z constants on the other side. So from this term here I've got a Z into 2AC over 1 to the 3rd, so I've got Z into 2AC divided by A to the 1/3. That's that Z term there. And the Z term here is 8 ASIM over A. So 8 ASIM over A, that's plus 8 ASIM over A. Those are the only two Z terms. That Z term there and this Z term here. On the other side, I'm going to have Well, minus 80 over 8 1/3, but put it over the other side,